So it is my pleasure to invite Wendy Preskow to the stage. Wendy, as many people will know, is the founder and president of the National Initiative of Eating Disorders, and we are delighted to have her say a few words.
Hi, everybody, and thank you. Unlike Mark, I have to read what I'm going to be saying. But before I do, I really just want to thank Mark from the bottom of our hearts, really from Need and from each and every one of us sitting around here today, for really holding the final pen in between to get the strategy into the booklet that it is today. Thank you so much, Mark. So, when Lynn, Patty, and I launched Need in 2012, Need was acutely focused on raising people's awareness about the realities experienced by people directly and indirectly affected by eating disorders in Canada. We needed people to recognize eating disorders as a serious mental illness, see beyond the medical diagnosis to tackle stigma and shame associated with these illnesses, and support individuals, families, elected representatives, and policymakers who were interested in learning more about the roles they could play to help support recovery at individual, organizational, and system levels. As we celebrate with all of you this milestone, the creation of Canada's first eating disorder strategy, we remain truly and immeasurably strengthened by everything you do to improve outcomes for Canadians who struggle with an eating disorder or related mental illness. A special shout out also to the EDFC, EDAC, and NEDIC, among others, who have worked so collaboratively with us to make this strategy a reality. So why did we do this? Because 4.5 million Canadians do not have a family physician. Because approximately 1.5 million children and youth have unmet mental health needs. Because 1 million people in Canada are directly affected by an eating disorder, not including their caregivers, family members, and care teams. Because marginalized Canadians and people affected by mental illness are sometimes isolated, stigmatized, or shamed into secrecy. Because we see provincially funded training programs, such as the Ontario Community Outreach Program for Eating Disorders, OCOPED, which was founded in 1993, and wonder how we can adapt, spread, and scale such a program in every province and territory across Canada. Because we see clinical practice guidelines for the BC Continuum of Services and wonder how we can adapt, spread, and integrate eating disorders clinical practice guidelines in every province and territory in Canada. Last year, we Need surveyed caregivers of people with eating disorders. We heard so many stories of frustration and success. And I'm quoting, "There is no support in this province whatsoever." Another one, "I found online support with peers." Another one, "We had to seek out our own support network. All the supports we received were from the Eating Disorders program at the university. We were almost going to be part of family therapy, but my daughter left the facility last year. We have never received any support from anyone." According to an overview by the Canadian Institute for Health Information, CIHI, in 2015, in any given province or territory, there are multiple agencies responsible for supporting and overseeing mental health services for youth, or where they are available, they are fragmented and suffer from insufficient coordination. We developed this strategy because we know we can do more to close known gaps in mental health care observed in Canada, many related to service availability, service integration, timely access to high quality care, and managing the transition between child, youth, and adult services. Finally, on a personal note, I would say we also developed the strategy because we know that recovery from an eating disorder is possible, as difficult as it may be. We all know, as with all mental illnesses, recovery is different for every person. Some may never experience the symptoms associated with eating disorder after successful treatment. Others may relapse and then recover again. And others may struggle for years, if not a lifetime. Ultimately, we believe that by focusing on evidence-based education and training, we can help so many people, professionals, providers, people at risk, people in recovery, and their caregivers do better for people affected by eating disorders. I know this is what we all want. We know that all of you are doing remarkable things where you work and where you live. NEED wants to raise people's awareness about what you are doing. We know NEED can do more to connect with people with lived experience and use your insight to create or enhance accessibility to tools and resources you can use in your day-to-day life. That is why NEED established a lived experience and caregivers advisory committee this year. Next year, NEED will be updating its educational programming to help people do the best they possibly can wherever they live, wherever they learn, and wherever they work. Education will allow caregivers, professionals, and providers alike to fill known gaps in care and support and improve people's lives. This is why NEED is so proud to be working with Body Brave, a Hamilton-based Canadian charitable organization dedicated to co-creating and delivering innovative local and national services that address the major gaps in resources for eating disorders. Since 2018, to revolutionize eating disorders education in Canada. We can't wait to hear your thoughts and welcome your support to transform eating disorders education and training in a measurable way across Canada over the next 10 years. And as NEED has always said, it's now time to go even bigger or go home. Thank you.